naitwa Job Richard, huwa the assistant resident city commissioner wa city. There's been a storm in the Tika in Uganda, brought by the Protection of Sovereignty Bill that the government of the Republic of Uganda has tabled in Parliament, in the 11th Parliament. Yesterday, we received a wonderful submission from Governor of Bank of Uganda, my senior Michael Eko, who underpinned the need of looking at the economic aspects, the consequences of the bill if passed into a law to our economy. Thank you very much, my brother, Eyalama Noinoi, Afoya Mateka Wadifo. Sovereignty, my people of Uganda, ultimately means independence, a true independence. Uhuru na amani in Kiswahili. Sovereignty is about being able to be in charge of your own affair, take your decision, be it democratic decision, social affair, political, without interference of a foreign country. At the present, almost all African countries are not sovereign, with the exception of the likes of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, that have unilaterally declared their independence, chased away France, that had stepped on their necks for a very long time, taken their uranium, taken their gold, impoverishing the people in the Sahel state. Now, we have seen aggressive interference from foreign actors in our politics, in our economy, in our social life. For example, the foreigners are promoting homosexuality aggressively in Uganda, recruiting our younger children in schools, recruiting our youths, disorienting them in a number of issues. For example, in the last election we had interferences by external actors like Amsterdam Robert, the Israeli lawyer based in America, who want us to decide in his favor, in his interest, on how we can elect our leader. Now, if our politics is interfered with, if our democracy is interfered with, if our social life is interfered with, if our economy is interfered with, then we lose sovereignty. And therefore, Uganda may become an extension of a foreign country, an overseas territory of a foreign country. It is therefore very important that we must have a law to operationalize Article 1 of 1995 Constitution as amended, which talks about sovereignty of the people of Uganda, sovereignty of our country. Now, in that way, when we operationalize that article by having protection of the sovereignty law or act, then we will be able to safeguard and guarantee the sovereignty of our country, and we will be able to discuss with this foreign actor on a win-win situation. It is not true that Uganda will lose it all when we pass the law into its existence. Is it bad to have these people declare whatever resources they are bringing inside? Why should they fund the civil society organizations secretly? Why should they fund NGOs secretly? Why should they fund political parties secretly? Why should they fund homosexuality? If they want to do something and they feel it is good for the people of Uganda, then they must declare it. I ask the people of Uganda, look into this sovereignty bill objectively, examine the substance, first contextualize this concept called sovereignty, then after contextualizing it, apply it to you as an individual, then apply it to us as a country. Then let us come, remove the bad aspect of the law. The bad aspect which I disagree with is the one thing that Ugandan who is living outside is a foreigner. Parliament should delete that provision of the law. You cannot call a Ugandan who is outside looking for resources a foreigner. But if that Uganda decide to work with a foreign actor against the interest of Uganda, then we can call that Uganda an agent of foreign interest or a surrogate of foreign interest, a collaborator of a foreign interest, just like the collaborator that we had during the time of colonization. So I appeal to Uganda, please calm down, put the ball on the ground, cool down, debate objectively. We have heard from the Governor Bank of Uganda the economic aspect. Can we also hear from our security expert the security aspect. Thank you very much for calling my count.